citizen. Very interesting. 80%, we can imagine in 10 years' time. Alright? This is very interesting. And less than 22% of this number actually join any Dhamma program, okay, according to our 2019 surveys. But luckily, with our little bit of effort, little bit of the 80% of these FOW members, okay, indicated that they have participated in some form of Dhamma activities in the 2025 survey, meaning we have made some progress in terms of helping them move into spiritual development. And this is perhaps for those visitors here, what you wish to do in your centers. Alright. This is something that you can go back, do something for your seniors in your centers. Okay? So we came up with a brilliant idea. Not my idea, brilliant idea that we perhaps would have to introduce active aging. And as you can see, as one gets ages, the active aging is hopefully can optimize opportunities to live longevely, years of life, and better quality of life, can live independently, and the functional ability are still maintained. Most importantly, provide some lifelong learning opportunities, and definitely help and benefit activities. Okay, there, as what Brother Ching had mentioned, the basis of this active aging comes from the World Health Organization in the year 2002. Subsequently, it was adopted by the United Nations, and they declared, actually the General Assembly declared that 2021 and 2030 will be the decade of healthy aging. Alright? And Malaysian national policy, this is a policy, a national policy that for older person, for the older person in the start, the national policy 2001 that active aging will be part of 2006 to 2030 this period. So by January, when you go back to the centers, you're just in time to catch up and introduce the active aging activities in your center. Not too late. Of course, what do we need to prepare? This is what I was told some of you are interested in. Now, what kind of conditions you need to have in order to carry out this program? Alright. Basically, according to the WHO framework, we have to create a safe, welcoming, warm, and conducive environment for the seniors in your center, in our center, in any way you want to introduce this program, and offer enjoyable, low pressure activities. Low pressure activities, no high pressure activities that senior can easily take part. Okay, and we did receive many concerns to say, hey, what has connected aging to do with Buddhism? Is it a complementary? Is it an isolated program that we do in silo? Okay. If you look at the essence of Buddhism, the essence of Buddhism, or the pinnacle of Buddhism, if you want to call it, Four Noble Truths, right? Truth, suffering, right? Then the origination of suffering and the rest. Then how does active aging relate to this? Then I put it that if you participate in active aging program, you gain direct experiences of unsatisfactoriness. You will notice that there is decline of strength, endurances, your speech, moving around, stability, and your recovery, and very critically, mental problems. In other words, you will lose mental clarity, ache and pain. Tak payah cakap lah, ache and pain. Okay. Then who want to say then what's the benefit of active aging? So active and mindful aging, now we act in mindful aging activities to help maintain physical fitness, balance, and flexibility. You lose it, right? As you grow older and older. Right? Being active will help you to maintain these faculties. Strength and energy. You often hear, right? It's a senior bola, better sleep. Okay? And the decline in terms of the risk of muscle mass loss. Once we lose our muscle, then it's very difficult to replace back. At the moment we lose our muscle, then that's where all the strength and energy is gone. Okay? Then, in terms of the relation to the so-called Buddhism, all these actually attributes there are all required for spiritual development. Right? Such as learning and studying of Dhamma. If you are not fit, how to sit down and learn Dhamma, right? And next thing, okay, very importantly, we always say, if you are not fit, how to sit down and do formal meditation. Right? Sit for 15 minutes already aching here and there. Okay? Sloth and torpor comes in. Restlessness comes in. If one is not fit. So if one wants to really go for spiritual development, at this age, one need to maintain that physical, mental, as well as emotional well-being. This question is always raised when you start to introduce. Your member will ask you, why are you want to do all these exercises that we are doing now? Why do you follow to do Qigong? You do Qigong, you can do anywhere. Why come to the temple and do Qigong? Okay, you will face this kind of questions. Alright, so be prepared to answer these kind of questions. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very concerning. Very tepat, sharp. So, what we did was then say, hey, we combine, integrate these active aging activities with the so-called spiritual development activity. The active aging activities are based on physical, mental, and of course, at the foremost is well-being, health and well-being. And then, doing community services to encourage networking and fellowship. Then on the right hand side, okay, you'll see this is again, we go back to so if we integrate both, then we have a